Hi, Vojtěch.
Hello.
My friend.
Wow, Dr. Havlicek.
Yes, so many years I haven't seen you.
Yes, praise the Lord.
Great.
Wow, it's nice meeting you here.
Beautiful
It's
place.
beautiful nature.
And who is this young man?
This is my friend.
What's his name?
His name is Uchena.
When we were here the last time together, you had a plan to start a lifestyle center.
Yes.
And from the division, that's also my purpose, to see many lifestyle centers in different countries. And unfortunately, there was this disaster, and after that you left. What are you doing in Nigeria?
Okay. Well, first to tell you how I came to Nigeria from this part of
Yes.
eastern part of Czech Republic, where we are at now,
Yes.
in Moravia, close to Zlín. How did I transfer to Nigeria?
How was that?
That is that is a very interesting story. It was in 2011 when we were about to launch the health center here. We already had a school for 4 years or for 5 years in this place, but we want to launch a health center, and suddenly the place burned down to ashes.
I remember I was here at that time, and I saw the students working in the garden and composting and practicing hydrotherapy and fermentations. It was exciting.
Yes,
Yes, we had a nice group of students.
yes, yes. Indeed, I didn't know the time. Why God? Why did you burn down this place? It was to serve for you, and I thought I always did my best. I thought God's plan is that this place grows, continues to minister, but God had another plan.
Tell me about Nigeria.
Well, I was called to Nigeria 2 weeks after our house burned down, and I had no other choice than to go.
Yes.
And God has removed so many things out of my life during that time. I was totally free. I was free to go anywhere God calls me.
That is important,
Yes.
to be free, not attached to anything that holds you back.
Uche was one of the first people I met in Nigeria in 2011, and he later on became also the first student in our training school. And yes, we trained young people. For 3 years we continuously trained young people. We started a lifestyle center department for a Seventh-day Adventist hospital.
Where did you start that department?
Yes, in West Nigeria, in Osun State, we have a little hospital.
What's
For
the name
about-
of that hospital?
The name of the hospital is simply Seventh-day Adventist Hospital, Elim. This hospital had a facility,
Yes.
had the housing for it,
Yes.
but so many people came. They tried to do different lifestyle programs, but it never took the root. It never really, it was never really a permanent effort. It was always a short period effort that always died. But this time around, I praise God, I gained the support together with Dr. Pham of the Chief Medical Director,
Yes.
and he was willing to invest his time and his influence. And till today, we have a little unit, or a whole ward, so to say, where we treat chronic diseases with natural remedies. We had to launch another project. There was no more room to run a training school inside the hospital.
It grows so much.
Yes, it grows so much, and the hospital has other demands, financial
Yes.
priorities.
Yes.
So I, together with the former director, Dr. Opre, who helped me to launch the program, or who facilitated and everything, he is the one who said, okay, let's go, we start a new school.
What kind of school is that? What do you teach in that school?
We train young people for medical missionary work, and Uche can say the best because he experienced it. He was one of those that went through our school.
What
And,
kind of premises do they have? Do they need what kind of people? Only young people or adults or?
In the first year of his training in Nigeria, it consisted many group of people, old people of 60, 50 years and 20. I think the youngest of them is like 18 and 19.
What do they learn?
I was part of the student,
Tell
so
me.
I have the privilege to testify. We studied various things like in health and also in biblical knowledge, which has to do with the Bible doctrines. We studied the book of Daniel and Revelation.
Yes.
We also studied about how to study the Bible, and also from there a lot of different topics in the Bible. And of course, we also study health program and agriculture. We do both practical and theory. We have we have a farm. We had a farm. We work 2 hours or 4 hours in the garden each day, and to practice what we've learned agriculture.
What do you learn in health?
In health, we had various things we did. We had a class for massage, which has to do. We have to learn anatomy and physiology of human bones and muscles.
Yes.
And we also study the normal way, the true way of healing, because the world have some counterfeit way of healing. So we're taught how to take care of patient in a natural, in a godly way.
We need young people, dynamic, like you, to do that work. Yes. That's why we need to train a lot of young people and even adults to do that.
But I still want to add to your previous question, the amazing thing I like about our work there, that we do not isolate our care only to the patients that are purely lifestyle patients. We have integrated care. We do care for patients also in the surgical ward, in the medical ward, in the pediatric ward, in the maternity ward. We go out, we give the vegan food,
Yes.
the lifestyle food, we give juices to patients even outside of our ward. We go to all the wards in the hospital and provide our care when the physician requests for it.
We also conducted many
Health
health expos.
Also.
Actually, we
We
go.
do it usually for communities that are remote,
Yes.
where we know we have short time, where we can spend, we can post workers to be
Yes.
staying there. So we just come, 3 days we run, maybe next to the city hall or close to the King's Palace, because there are large communities that have a king.
When I was still the health department director of the division, I noticed that alone I cannot do all this work in all Europe. We need to train young people. We need more and more of those people all over. How can we help this?
Well, as I said, the situation in the hospital was not really convenient or was not so promising as far as the training of students. We do have a good services for people with chronic diseases. We do have the interest from our leadership to facilitate all this. But for the training of the students, there is a feeling like, once we supply our need and we have enough workers in the hospital, there is no more need of training. So why to spend money, why to spend time with it? But me and Dr. Opre, we thought, and also my friend Uche, we thought, no, whole Nigeria, there is 180 million people in Nigeria. We need more workers.
Yes.
And not only Nigeria. Nigeria is maybe one of the most influential African countries. We thought we need workers for West Africa. We need workers maybe for the rest of Africa as well. And so we decided to go ahead and set up a medical missionary training center. Very close to our hospital, so we can continue to cooperate.
It's very important.
Just primary focus is to train young people and people of any age for medical missions.
Now tell me, I wonder, these people, these young people, after the training, what do they do?
Well, Uche, what do you do?
Do they go back to their villages or what? What do they do?
I was trained in 2011,
Yes.
and after my training, I had the privilege to travel to Kenya, and there I practiced what I've learned. And also, I was in Kenya giving health message, teaching some health knowledge.
Simple,
Being simple, natural
yes.
ways of handling, because there in Kenya there are a lot of poor people who do not even have money to go to the city to buy medicine. some of them have some diseases. We teach them how they can take care of the diseases in a natural way, because they have, and also how to prevent.
Yes.
So I had the privilege to work there and also to preach, because I was also trained as a Bible worker. I also preach in some churches in Kenya. So I'm telling you what we have learned, we practice them. We practice a lot of them. Even when I come back to Nigeria, we join together, training other people, and also preach in some churches, and also I ran a farm, a big farm in the hospital. We had a very big farm for the hospital.
One of the most important things that I try to achieve when training a student is to inspire him to create a vision for his life. It was so important for me myself in my life. I have never really worked in the regular lines, in the secular lines. I have been since I was 16. I was more into mission than into the really secular employment. So for me, life vision was so important. Otherwise, everybody was like, you are wasting time. You are not achieving anything in your life. So that became utmost thing in my life. What is my vision? And once it became clear, I tried to impart this to others, because it gave me so much security. It helped me to deal with those giants that try to sink us down. They try to make us to fail. One of them is financing, but financing is something that is a natural product of the skills that you acquire while you work for God. I always told Uche, I always asked him, what is your vision? Even when we met this time here in Czech Republic, I asked him, what is your vision? I ask many of my students when I meet them or at the end of the training, I always ask them, what is your vision? And vision is not just a beautiful wish, it's not a dream, it's not a fantasy, it's not just a nice idea, it's not also a tendency or a desire to imitate somebody else's success. Vision is something that only God can impart to you.
Without a vision, you go nowhere. All great things in this world happen with people with vision. That is important. We do not need to have big diplomas in order to help people, to eat healthily, to walk, to do exercise. I have seen miracles with patients with hypertension, diabetes, and so on, just by changing the lifestyle. Now, you are doing such a wonderful work over there. What about your home country here?
Well,
have you thought about that?
Let's go and see.
Let's go and see.
Let's go and see.
Oh, I want to see that. Let's go. I remember the old building. This one, in the shape, is similar, but it looks much nicer. We have to be thankful to God for all this. It's such a blessing. Yes.
It's like a testimony of a new life. He brings your old life to ashes, and he builds up something much better.
That's a good comparison. Now tell me one thing. You are half in Nigeria, part here. And you talk about the vision. What's your vision for this place?
The vision is still the same. This place is to be kept as a kind of a home-like ministry.
It's an excellent place. You can put tents. Well, you have there.
Yes, we have some cottages.
Houses. Yes. Ideal. Fruits during this season. Yes. No? Nature.
Yes.
It's the best place to get away from the cities. Vojtěch, I'm so pleased. And I wish you God's blessing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Also, yes, my new friend. Yes.
And
May God bless you.